sharing with you my favorite hair products of 2024. So let's get into it.
I want you around.
I came prepared. I have a whole list of products that I am going to be sharing with you, some favorite products of mine. Y'all know I like to ramble, y'all know I like to talk, so hopefully this video is gonna be straight to the point. So I have my notes here so I don't get off track, okay? Y'all ready? Let's do it. We had a lot of hair care lines released in this year alone, and your girl did get the opportunity to try some of them. Personally, if I try a product and I really love it, I add it to my routine. I tried a lot of products this year and I did add a couple of them to my routine. Before I share with you my favorite products from this year, I think it's important for me to share with you my hair type. And no, I'm not talking 1C, 7B, no, I mean like my actual hair type. That means my density, my hair porosity, and my hair's diameter. And if I'm completely honest, those three factors are really what's important to know if you're trying to figure out which hair products are going to work for you and which hair products are not. So number one, my hair porosity. I'm more medium porosity, but leaning a little bit to the low porosity side. My hair, when it gets wet, it takes a long time for it to actually get wet, not as long as like a low porosity, but not as fast as high porosity hair. So I'm definitely in the middle. I am medium porosity. As far as diameter, my hair is thin, okay? She is fine. In the words of Beyonce. Clearly I love saying that. And I say that my hair is fine because if I were to measure my hair against a piece of thread, she is skinny. She is so skinny, she is almost see-through. So my hair is fine, very thin. But let's not confuse diameter with density. So even though my strands are very fine, when it comes to the number of fine strands I have, oh, it's a lot of them. She is not sparse in the least bit, although there are some areas that we're thinning, but baby girl is back on track. I'm getting too ahead of myself. That's going to be for a different video. With medium porosity, I can choose from products that are made for low porosity hair and high porosity. Personally, I like to choose my products from the low porosity. Hey, if I can get some moisture in it and it stays, I'm going to do that. Now, I'm not gonna go too deep into the porosity and what products are meant for what. I actually have a video on that geared to how I grew and retained my hair. It's gonna be right up in here, so click on that after this video, of course. And I say that to say when I choose from products that are meant for low porosity hair, a lot of those products are meant to draw in moisture because with low porosity hair, the shaft closes and it's shut closed. So with my hair type, I can go low or high. Personally, I like to choose from the low. The question I get a lot is, how do I know what products work for me? Like I said, the most important place to start is to know how to categorize your hair strands by using those three factors: your porosity, the diameter, and the density of your hair. To figure out if a product works for you, not only will you be figuring out those three factors, but you gotta use your senses. Not to sound rude, but I mean like your literal senses. Like see, look at your hair. Does it look like it needs moisture? Does it look like it needs protein? Feel your hair, like how does it feel? Is it dry? Does it feel mushy? Like these are things that you're gonna have to play around with through trial and error. All right, so I have a whole box here of items that we're gonna be talking about today. We're gonna go in order of wash day, and it's just gonna be one product per wash day step. So let's get started with pre-poo. Pre-poo in my eyes is a really important step. So the term pre-poo is in its name, pre-shampoo, pre-poo. It's a step taken before shampooing the hair. Before I shampoo, when I pre-poo, I like to give myself a deep scalp massage, really get the blood flowing to my scalp, really get the nutrients flowing to my follicles so that my hair can grow. So my pre-poo of choice is my DIY Insane Hair Growth Oil. I made this oil probably like 6 months ago, and I have been using this. I actually used this for 30 days straight, and the amount of growth my hair grew, the amount of hair my hair retained by using my oil is phenomenal. I have a video, again, you know exactly where to find it, right here in the cards or down below. You can watch that afterwards, but yeah. So when I pre-poo, not only do I massage this onto my scalp, but I also run it down the shaft of my hair to really prep my hair for, you know, shampooing. Y'all know sometimes when it comes to shampooing, it leaves your hair stripped, leaves your hair dry. So using oil can also help prevent that from happening. If you want to see how I made my DIY Insane Hair Growth Oil, it will be in the description box. I landed on doing detangler after the pre-poo because after I massage my scalp, I, let my hair rest for about 2 hours or so. It's really important to just let your hair rest after massaging. And then if I need to, detangle my hair before shampooing, then I use a detangler. So thus I say detangling after pre-poo. You guys are gonna be shocked at the product I chose for detangling. The Fenty here, the richer one, this is a deep conditioner, right? Hear me when I say this has amazing slip. Oh my gosh. When I first used this as a deep conditioner and I detangled my hair, the detangling properties, chef's kiss. Like, it is amazing. This is empty. This is completely empty. Like, when I look through it, I don't see not one drop of product in here because I made sure I use every single thing. Oh my God, it smells amazing. This is what I've been loving to detangle my hair. When I had my plaits in a couple months ago, I used this to take my hair down. I am still so shocked at the ease this gave when it came to taking down my plait. No breakage, no tangles, nothing. On here it says it's ultra loaded with moisture to soften, repair, prevent damage, and split ends. So all I have to say is when it comes to detangling, this is it. After I give myself a nice scalp massage and my hair is completely detangled under the pre-poo category, the next step is shampoo. This is actually a duo, okay? So I had the clarifying and I had the hydrating shampoo from Sacred Hair. If you use the clarifying shampoo, it's definitely important to use a hydrating shampoo afterwards. Otherwise, you can still just use a hydrating shampoo by itself. This by itself is amazing. The reason why I'm putting this as a set together is because when you clarify the hair, you have to go in with a hydrating shampoo. The clarifying properties on the clarifying shampoo and scalp scrub, it has like little beads in it. And I think it also has like tea tree oil or peppermint oil in here. It definitely has lemon oil too. So it has like a light tingle. Like when you let it sit, it definitely feels very refreshing, very light. It feels so clean, very, ooh. And then after using the clarifying shampoo and scalp scrub, go in with a hydrating shampoo. This hydrating shampoo is amazing. I know she got like awarded for her reconstructor mask. This is where the award should have gone to. With a lot of clarifying shampoos, it leaves your hair very stripped. Even though it's important to go in with a hydrating shampoo after clarifying, it didn't leave my hair stripped. It felt clean, like squeaky clean, but without the dryness after effect. And so that's why this set right here is my favorite shampoo for 2024. A lot of these steps are really good preps for the next step to come. And when it comes to shampooing the hair, it's really important to make sure the hair is nice and clean, because after shampooing, typically you either condition or deep condition. Personally for me, I'm a deep conditioner kind of girly. I'm always going with a deep conditioner. But you know what? Surprisingly, your conditioner can actually be used as a deep conditioner. Like apparently it has the same formula. You just use your conditioner, let it sit, and that's your deep conditioner. However, I personally purchase products that are labeled as deep conditioner or hydrating deep conditioner mask. So for my next step after shampooing, deep conditioner. The TGIN Honey Miracle Mask has been my old faithful for like 2 years now. I have yet to find a deep conditioner that does my hair the way this does my hair. And so because I love it so much, I had to get the bigger bottle. It was a no-brainer. I dropped it and so my top fell, like the little nozzle part fell and it broke, and it just smells so good. It smells amazing. Because of my hair type, because I said I like to use products that are typically geared for low porosity hair, honey is a great ingredient for low porosity hair, because honey is a humectant. So basically with humectants, it draws in moisture, draws in that hydration. And when I say honey, hydration has been drawn in, and it will be drawn in for days to come. There's raw honey and olive oil in it, and so not only does it bring in the moisture, but it's also very moisturizing. My hair feels the best when I deep condition with the TGIN Honey Miracle Hair Mask. When I apply this to my hair, I can immediately feel the moisture from this. It's just something I feel like is actually good for all hair types, in my opinion. Like low porosity, medium porosity, and high porosity. The only things with high porosity, if you use a deep conditioner, I would probably suggest using an oil on top. Love. Mwah. Marry me already. I like to deep condition my hair for 30 minutes. I don't deep condition my hair overnight anymore. Really and truly, it's because when our hair is just like soaked in water and it's just moist for long periods of time, that creates fungus. It increases scalp issues and irritation. So I don't deep condition my hair overnight anymore. I take the time. If I don't have time, I at least do it for 15 minutes. I'm gonna sit there for 30 minutes under the dryer, or I use a deep conditioning cap. After I rinse it out with cold water, typically I go in with a leave-in conditioner. But before I go to the leave conditioner, I want to also focus on conditioning. The accurate step is shampoo, deep conditioner, and then conditioner. I know it sounds weird, but I did my research. That's actually the steps in which you're supposed to take. So I talked about my deep conditioner. I'm gonna talk about the conditioner that I have been using and loving. I tried Olaplex for the first time this year. I wanna say maybe like May or June. And when I say this conditioner is it's chef's kiss. You see how small this bottle is? You would think that I would use this one time and that's it. No, I've washed my hair using the Olaplex shampoo, conditioner, everything set 6 times. Look how much is left. I still have some left. A little goes a long way because with this stuff, this works on a molecular level. And so because it works on a molecular level, you're not gonna have to use a lot. You don't have to use a lot, and I haven't used a lot at all. The slip this has is amazing, really good for detangling, and it says to leave it on for 3 minutes and then rinse. So remember when I said that you can use conditioners as a deep conditioner? This is one of those things that you can use as a deep conditioner as well. Now, although I said I'm more of a deep conditioner girly, sometimes when I'm in a rush, I grab for the Olaplex number 5 Bond maintenance conditioner, and I leave it in my hair for 3 minutes, sometimes 5 if I'm feeling a little frisky. But let me be clear, I'm not saying it's on the level of a deep conditioner. I'm not saying it's on the level of my TGIN deep conditioner. But if I'm not in a deep conditioning kind of mood, I just need to condition my hair, then I just use this as my regular conditioner, and then I rinse it out with cold water. Okay, so next step, leave-in conditioner. And yes, if you have been following me, you know I am a TGIN girly. Okay, I love my TGIN. The TGIN Green Tea Super Moist Leave-In Conditioner. It has green tea and argan oil in it. A lot of my products are going to have slip because my hair tangles really easily. Characteristics of having fine hair is that it tangles. It tangles, it knots, it splits, it breaks. Anything bad, it's prone to that. And so I'm having to use products that are going to, prevent tangles, help me detangle a lot easier. And so this is really good for not only moisturizing my hair, but it also helps me detangle my hair as well. It's very lightweight. And so for us fine hair girlies, if you need a lightweight conditioner, this is what you want to try. At least try it once. Let me know how you feel about it. If you have been trying it and you love it, let me know in the comments. TGIN, baby. And again, I had to get the big bottle because I use a lot of this stuff and I'm always using this stuff. Basically, I'm always grabbing for it. If I need a leave conditioner, the first thing I think of is TGIN green tea. And that's typically, my wash day. After I put my leave in and I just leave it alone. As of lately, I have been using oil, so I'll go in with my oil on my ends after I apply my leave conditioner and I just let it air dry, or I use my Rev Air to dry it on the cool setting. Now, these next items that I'm going to list off is kind of like one-offs because I don't typically do this every single wash day, and that would be bond treatments. Bond treatments, depending on the treatment you use, can either be used before shampooing or after shampooing as a leave-in. The ones that I've been using is, before shampooing. The reason why I didn't include it in my pre-poo is because I don't use it on every single wash day. It's just a one-off. And so that's what we're gonna discuss right now. It's the one-off bond treatment that I have absolutely been loving. I tried it this year and I love it. It's the number 3 Olaplex. I have consistently been using Olaplex number 3, probably like once every 4-6 weeks. I've really been seeing the difference in my hair. I have been a victim of heat damage. And so especially in the front of my hair, very stringy, very just lacking any type of texture. It's just straight, right? However, I have been consistently using my bond treatments, the number 3 bond treatment, and my shrinkage is coming back, okay? She is coming back. Shrinkage, a lot of people don't really like shrinkage, but shrinkage is a sign of health. And if I have shrinkage, baby girl is happy. I am ecstatic to have my shrinkage back. I had a bigger bottle and it's empty. I threw it away. I don't know where it is. So I do have a sample size for the number 3 just to show you guys that you know, I use the number 3. When I say this is probably all you need anyways, this is all you're gonna need. Probably just a little bit more, but you're not gonna use a lot of this product because like I said, Olaplex works on a molecular level, and so you're not gonna use a lot of product when you're using Olaplex. If you would have told me in January that 1, you're a victim of heat damage, and then 2, you're gonna fix it within the same year, I would have said, you liar. Why the you lying? Why you always lying? Ooh, oh my God, stop fucking lying. Who would have thought? Not I, but I'm happy. I wouldn't say that my heat damage is completely gone. It's not, but it definitely looks healthier. That's all for my wash day. However, this is also a honorary mention, which is tools. Some tools that I've tried this year that I have been loving is my Tangle Teaser. Tangle Teaser, Tangle Teaser, Tangle Teaser. The Tangle Teaser has been around for like years, and I don't know what made me try it this year, but I did. And I love it. Normally when I detangle, I use my fingers, especially with my hair type, it's fine. And so I have to really go in using my fingers to separate any knots, because if I just pull it, oh, pop, she's broken. Pop, she's split. Pop, I'm bald. But with the Tangle Teaser, it is so gentle on the hair. It is so gentle on knots. Of course, what I'll do first though is go through my hair and finger detangle just to make sure any major knots are out first. And then I'll use the Tangle Teaser to remove any of the shed hair, remove any extra like whatever tangles I may have. So this is not like my main detangling tool. My main detangling tool is my fingers. But sometimes I just go in and just like detangle with the Detangle Teaser, and it works. Baby girl, works. When I have these plaits in my hair, I don't use tools like this. I use my fingers because I take my plaits out one by one and I tangle using my fingers. It's just the easiest thing to do. And I have retained so much length by being so gentle with my detangling process because I'm using my fingers to really feel for knots and separating them gently. So those are the products that I have been loving from 2024. Some I've already been trying and just like tried and true, will probably never stray from it. And then others I have tried for the first time this year and had to add it to my routine. Let me know if there's a product that you recommend. I will definitely try it. I'll always try something once because you never know, I might love it. I might add it to my repertoire. And if there's a line that you've been wanting me to try and review, let me know in the comments. I will definitely review it for you guys. I will be doing a giveaway soon and very soon. And some of these products will definitely be in that giveaway if I haven't done so already. Until next time, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.